Hey guys, I am making this video today because I have had a lot of people reach out to me about homeschooling. Now, I've been homeschooling for about 8 years. I have 6 kids that range in age from 5 to 15, and it's been a joyful process in our home, but it's also one I chose. And I know that there are so many of you out there who are reluctantly homeschooling for the first time. This is not something you chose. This is something that was thrust upon you. And so it's a huge transition, not just for you, but for your kids. So much has changed. And a lot has changed for us too. Homeschooling for us used to mean field trips and parks and concerts and co-ops and sports teams and extracurriculars, lessons, musicals, all the things our kids were involved in. And those things are gone for us too. So we are all making adjustments. Things feel different for everybody. So what I want to focus on today is imparting some of the wisdom I've gleaned over the years of how to joyfully homeschool. And the biggest takeaway, if you don't listen to anything else I say, I just want you to really get clear about how you want to feel in your home. For me, I want to feel love, joy, harmony, peace, fun. Those are the driving factors in my life that inform then how I implement certain structures. My kids have obligations. They have math, they have science, they have online courses, they have things that they have to get done. But how we do that is really customized to my own family and my own kids. It isn't a one-size-fits-all routine. And so even if I share those routines with you, which I plan to do in later videos, just know that your home will look different, and it's supposed to, because you are an expert in your kids. You know them best, and you know how they function best. For example, if I come up against something with my kids where I feel a ton of resistance from them, if I'm pushing to get something done, or I'm really forcing an issue and I can feel the tension, I know I need to back off. And that doesn't mean that they're off the hook. It doesn't mean they don't have to do the assignment. But what it does mean is I take a break and I say, you know what, let's go for a walk. Let's make a snack. Let's watch a movie. Let's read a chapter in our book. Let's revisit this. I try to bring back the peace, bring back the love, and then tackle it again. And that might be something that you'll have a lot of trial and error with, as you are now suddenly sort of the middleman for school. You're being given assignments from teachers who are doing their best to provide you the resources for your kids' education, but it's ultimately up to you how you implement that. And I want all of us to really evaluate how it is we want to feel, because at the end of the day, that is what they will remember. When all is said and done, when we look back on this crazy time in our lives, our kids will remember the feeling in our home. I think about a time a lot of years ago now where we had, here in Chicago where I live, the third biggest blizzard on record. It was massive. The snow was so high that we could walk from our backyard over the fence line into our neighbor's yard. It was just the most snow I've ever seen. And that was something that was disruptive. It shut down the city for days. But we knew it was coming. We were prepared. And so when it came, we weren't scared. And to this day, my kids look back on that as a super fun memory. They talk about the fun we had. We cooked together. We played games together. We snuggled together. It was an experience. And I think there are a lot of opportunities in this time to create that same environment. Wherever there are challenges and struggles, there are also new opportunities and new ways of doing things. And so trying to recreate school at home is probably going to be a little tricky. It needs to be something new. It needs to have a different feeling. We have a schedule at our house. We have a routine, but we're flexible with that. But you're going to need to find your own. If you have kids who like to sleep in and they need that because they're super grouchy, then let them sleep in and use the afternoon time as your most productive time of the day. My kids are actually total early birds, and we function best getting our stuff done in the morning and then taking a break in the afternoon and having, read aloud time, time with screens, time with games. That's what works best for us. But whatever the system is that you put in place, let the driving factor be the love you feel, because the relationship you have with your kids is the most important part. That spelling lesson, it doesn't matter. That science assignment, in the grand scheme, it's not going to matter. But the relationship that you have, the feeling in your home, the love you share, that is what will last. So in the coming days and weeks, I'm going to share some of my tips and tricks that have allowed us to be successful at this. Just know that with this new curveball are going to come new opportunities and new ways to forge stronger relationships with the people within the walls of your home. And that is a really joyous opportunity that we have.